And a great big hey, howdy, hey to all my goofy goobers out there. Welcome back to Animanic Commentaries with C.Auzi+D.Fanatic.
And DF. Honk again.
Honk. Tonight we're going to be watching the, to end off just a random trilogy of 3 Swan movies. We're going to watch Barbie of Swan Lake from 2003. Honey, you are familiar with this movie. I am not. Please, share thoughts.
Oh, yes. Like, I was pretty much the generation where the Barbie movie started. So,
yeah,
and I was around 9 years old. Yes, 9 years old. Because I distinctly remember my 9th birthday, which ended with a sleepover, and we all wanted to watch this movie. And my friends and I did this thing where I don't know if you ever did this as a kid, but when you're watching a movie with friends, you're all reenacting as the movie's playing, and you each have assigned roles.
I think I've done that like at least once or twice.
We'd pretty much be repeating the lines or saying the lines as they go on screen, depending on how familiar we are with the movie. I guess because I was trying to be super nice, and most of my gal pals wanted to be the girl roles, I was Ivan.
Aha. Is Ivan the main? Is Ivan the Ken in this film, or is he?
Nope. You'll see, but you'll see why he was still fun to do.
I could take a guess because I've seen images of this movie, not just when I was getting the copy, but also because
looking back, this adaptation of the Swan Lake Ballet is kind of strange, but it was one of the 2 Barbie movies that put me through my ballerina phase. Let's face it, most girls have been through a ballerina phase at least once.
I mean, between this one and also Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Barbie adaptation as well, like they both use the motion capture for the dancing and are both ballet. So, and these were like, and Barbie and Swan Lake and Nutcracker were actually like 2 of the first. I know that Nutcracker was the first. Barbie was either the second or the third or something like that.
They actually were planning to do the Sleeping Beauty as well, just to close off the Tchaikovsky thing, but they worried it would be compared too much to the Disney version, which had already used Tchaikovsky's music, and they ended up doing Rapunzel instead because that had not yet been done by Disney.
Not yet. And they did a very unique take on that. We'll probably cover that one initially. Isn't Nicole Oliver in this film? Is Princess Celestia in this movie?
I'm trying to remember. There are definitely a lot of... I'll have to pull up the list, but there are a lot of voice actors that a lot of you fellow bronies out there will recognize.
The great and powerful Queen Chrysalis is in this movie. That's great.
But yeah, of course we have Starlight Glimmer, who voices Barbie. She did Barbie in pretty much at least 20 of the movies, I think.
Wasn't Rebecca the Switchit in one of the Barbie movies?
Yeah, I don't remember who.
I think she might have been the singing. I think she might have been the singing voice, like in The Princess and the Pauper.
Oh yeah. Okay, Kathleen Barrett. Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
Because I think
that's Nicole Oliver. Okay. Yes.
Because I think in The Princess and the Pauper, the voice of both Annalise and Erica is the same person, but 2 different people do the singing voice.
Yes.
One of them being the voice of the 2 Barbie characters, and the other one I think being Rebecca Switchit. I could be wrong.
You want me to check real quick so we can settle this?
I mean, you could, whilst I go ahead and basically state my familiarity with the Barbie movies in general. Yeah, I grew up with mostly like Mermaidia. And then Magic of the Rainbow, when that was new. Those are like the only 2 Fairytopia movies I've, been able to sit through. I kind of fell asleep trying to watch the first one. Is a lot slower than the other 2. Melissa Loins Calidretti was the singing voice.
Yeah, false. Yeah, false.
Okay. So not about Rebecca Switchit.
Yeah, Julie Evans and Melissa Lyons, no. And let's stick to this movie, because we're going to open up a whole nother can of worms if we go to all the other the Barbie movies.
But my familiarity with the Barbie movies stems from Mermaidia, Magic of the Pegasus, and The Princess and the Pauper, the best one, which means, yes, we will be covering The Princess and the Pauper in the future, because that one is really, really, really fucking good. But I suppose now is as good a time as any to go ahead and get set for synchronization. Everyone set for synchronization, synchronization, synchronization. Get set for synchronization. You can find a list up on the top of how we're watching it, where you can find it and watch it. As is always the best bet, check your local library or local video store to see, if you have a local video store, to see if you can, you know, find the movie. Because, hey, if literature can be free, then so should movies. I mean, come on, it's the free market, it's the entertainment shit. Anyway, but yeah, so everyone set up your synchronizing. Try to see if you can find like an opening logo you think you'd be able to recognize, and then go ahead and pause there and wait for the blurry image on screen to show up so you can follow along. For us though, we're gonna go ahead and start the copy that we have in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I'll mention the MLP voice actors as we go. Because to name them all at once would take a while.
Thank you, Tchaikovsky. Barbie of Swan Lake. It is a very pretty title of the little swan on the top of it.
Real ballet movements. Again, I still have the DVD, but there's a feature in the DVD where they play some of the ballet sequences and they go through the different steps, and I used to copy them like crazy. But
like, it's music by Arnie Roth based on Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake. I guess Arnie Roth was responsible for the mixing? I don't know. The London Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah. They must have had quite the budget with some of the voices and artistry they got into it. And maybe not as much into the animation department, but remember, this is the early 2000s.
I mean,
this is what most direct-to-video CGI movies had.
You'd think that, but motion capture is not cheap. Like, let's be frank. It's not.
But yeah, they had real ballet dancers working on these sequences.
But yeah, if rotoscoping, like, for, like, the traditional forms of animation, like, motion capture is basically that for...
And Owen Hurley directed a lot of the early Barbie movies.
I think if that name would probably be familiar to a lot of Barbie fans, I'd imagine. Now, this is an interesting opening device. I was looking at this, trying to see what the subtitles are like. It's like, this is interesting, because usually Barbie and Kelly are in like some kind of studio, where it's like, they're practicing dance or they're practicing painting. So this is
at least the first 3 Barbie movies would have a framing device of Barbie telling her younger sister Kelly a story. And fun fact, if you were watching this overseas, like in England, instead of Kelly, it would be Shelley.
Oh, they changed the name to Shelley. What's they got? What going on? Yeah. What?
Like, if you rented it from the video store, it'd be like she'd say that her name was Shelley.
Interesting. Not entirely sure why they.
And a lot of the Kellys overseas, the Kelly dolls were Shelley dolls.
Huh.
I don't know why.
Does that mean Barbie spoke with a British accent over there?
You could really hear the starlight glimmer in there, like when she turned nice.
She's also got a much softer, I'd say softer voice, but higher voice. She's younger in this point, like being 2003 versus when the fuck did that season come out? Okay,
and Kelly is Diamond Tiara.
Oh, that is fascinating.
Also spoiled rich / spoiled milk. But yeah, and I think she was much younger in this movie, but she still sounds like
she does, yeah. Magic.
But yeah, she did Kelly in a lot of the earlier movies.
I do love the economy of, like, basically having that mountain back there. It's not modeled. It's just a flat texture. And that's really good economic use of your CGI budget. I like the hair, basically just painting on a flat mold.
I still have that dress.
That's some VeggieTales ass looking hair. Not
in my
gonna
Barbie
lie.
collection, I have that dress.
And that's also some VeggieTales ass looking hair. I think the hair did get a lot better over time in these films. But I gotta admit, the motion capture is very clean here. Like, I remember watching the Nutcracker, and I don't know if it's because the quality of the rip I was viewing was very crunchy, but I feel like the motion capture, they actually cleaned up that data a lot better here.
Yeah, they do take liberties with the story here.
And that's not motion capture, you can tell. Because, like, they're not going to motion capture the faces because they can get better acting when they animate those by hand.
And that's the last interjection you hear in a while, though.
That's
Sorry,
actually,
I always thought it was out of place.
That's super interesting. That's also kind of VeggieTales-esque. It's like, Junior, we're using our imaginations.
Oh, really? That's a way. Okay, I'm going over the voices, and some of these I didn't even realize were in here. I'll get to it when we get
hello,
there.
Blueheart. Whoa. That voice sounds familiar. Is that Nicole Oliver?
Sure. Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah,
that's Kathleen Barr. No, that's Kathleen Barr.
Oh, that's Kathleen.
That's Trixie.
Oh, Trixie. I was wondering. It's like some voice. It's so interesting. Kathleen Barr usually plays villains, so it's nice to see her.
No, she kind of flip-flopped in these Barbie movies.
Yeah. I mean, she was
like the first movie. She was Anne Drosselmeyer.
I won't dwell on it too long, but she was Laverna in the Fairytopia films. Anyway, this Bluebird is actually that water is not bad. Like, you think they spent a lot of budget on the Whoa. Very French.
This guy would be Ken for like a whole bunch of these movies.
He would. I think I remember him being the love interest in The Princess and the Pauper. The love interest of the princess. Anyway, but whatever.
Okay, and his buddy there is Brian Drummond. You'd know him as Carrot Cake. I think. Yeah. He did a lot of the male additional voices in My Little Pony.
I'd say he's very French in this. Uh-oh.
Actually, I think he was always Odal. Now this plotline.
I'd say that for all the water texture being really nice, the hay and the hedges over there look really bad. Because I can see aesthetic being applied on the texture on some of these things, but then some of these just feel like.
Apparently the baker did a couple additional male voices in My Little Pony as well.
Yeah, the stock art, the some of the textures.
Fido the Diamond Dog. Oh, one of the Diamond Dogs.
They look like stock art sometimes, and it's like that's not stock art, stock images. Like, they're realistic textures, and it's like that feels a little off. I feel like. I wonder if they motion captured that and had to edit the data severely, or if they just hand animated that. It's like, I can definitely say with pretty fair confidence that if you're looking at any facial animation, that if it is motion captured, it's very heavily edited facial data because it does feel the most properly animated. Neither do I. What's a unicorn doing in this movie?
I always liked her. Venus Terzo is.
I feel like
a lot of these voice actors would be like in a bunch of Transformers, Hot Wheels, anything like 2000 direct-to-video stuff.
Interesting that this didn't say anything about being 3D, because that arrow shot definitely looked like it could have come from Magic of Pegasus. And so does this horse.
Oh. Oh, well, speaking of unicorns and ponies, I'll get to it.
That dancing animation was very funny. Don't you have this stabby thing on the end of your head? Oh, no, that makes sense. I thought she was gonna try to fuck him up.
I mean, it's not like it's a blade that is like sharpened at the edges.
No, I mean, I thought she was gonna like grab the axe and try to fuck him up.
Believe me,
Like,
I've written a story about a unicorn. I would have thought about the logistics of it. Okay.
Yeah. Axe wielding unicorn. That does sound a bit redundant when you think about
That
it.
animation was a bit awkward there.
Yeah, animating horses is hard, and you can't like. Wait, you're gonna bring a horse into the studio and motion capture it? That's. See, now you're
These
getting
rambles
caught on
here.
shit. This forest is fucking dangerous. Hey, wait, slow down. Let me get that thing off your neck just in general. Yeah, that water doesn't look too bad either. Well, it does kind of look like a Windows screensaver, but you know, those didn't look too bad either.
Early 2000s, this is what most of the direct-to-video movies look like.
And again, they did end up looking a lot better over time, especially when they decided to go for more, like, for an artistic choice than, like, let's use a handful of realistic textures here because, you know, we could just pay the licensing fee for them, you know?
You can thank Shrek for that kind of thing.
I suppose. Hello, Amelia. Oh. What do you
I don't
think?
know how she manages to do this in heels. Why do you wear heels?
Now I have to imagine her dancing
not
in
even-
the. Now I have to imagine her dancing in the kitchen, and she's doing ballet in heels, which doesn't seem like you'd want to do that.
I'm not even sure if peasants wore heels. I mean, don't they have to work all day?
I don't even think it's a. That is not really the question on my mind.
I am like if I was doing hard labor all day, I wouldn't be wearing heels. I'd be wearing like boots.
Sneaky.
I think heels were more reserved for like the aristocrats.
I will say that the texture inside the cave looks pretty all right.
Yeah, but you know, you've watched My Little Pony. Some things were just
Right.
buy our toys, buy our dresses.
Oh yeah. That train was a subtle one though, because they really integrated that train not only into proper plots but also into the intro, so you see it every time.
Yeah,
So you're
to
not
be
even-
fair,
you're not even
I
thinking
did
about it.
buy the dress. Did buy the little outfit.
I mean, if we're talking My Little Pony for a second, the train and the balloon are in the intro, so. Oh, and Celestia's castle, so you know.
God, what is this running?
She's running in heels.
I say this lovingly, by the way. I say this all lovingly.
Again, it's not even like the animation's terrible.
Okay, so she's not in Generation 4 in My Little Pony, but she voiced Rainbow Dash at one point. In like 2008.
She does sound like she would have played a Rainbow Dash. But if she's playing the 2008 Rainbow Dash, then she would have played the fashion-forward Rainbow Dash. The Rainbow Dash always dresses in style version. Hello. I want to hover there like a haunted mansion ghost.
Hello, Silver Shill. And that's Nicole Oliver.
Again?
Not again. No, that was no.
Oh, that was Kathleen Barr. You're right. I got confused again.
No, but Kathleen Barr is the queen there.
And Cole Oliver's the skunk.
Yeah, so unless you're really listening.
Hello.
Drifting in.
Hey. No. Her specifically? This is interesting. What? Okay, how does the Swan Lake story go? I mean, what did she do to get turned into a swan?
It doesn't specify in the ballet. Because it starts from the prince's perspective, seeking a bride, and then he goes out hunting and then finds a swan.
So basically,
this is a real big. This is more of a deviation from the ballet than the Swan Princess movie was.
Yeah, because there was an evil Rothbart in Swan Lake, in the ballet. So Swan Princess definitely got that.
You can hear the Queen Chrysalis in there if she was nice.
Yeah. Again, and Kathleen Barr would often play up that. Honestly, Queen Chrysalis does have, and those roles that Kathleen Barr would play basically put her up as like a pretty good secondary voice for Maleficent type characters, if I'm going to be honest. Well, never mind. There's Rothbart.
I told you he was in this.
Ooh. Oh, shit. You can definitely see the motion capture at play on some of this animation. Obviously not on the birds. Now, the thing is that I think you can tell when motion capture is not being used, because when motion capture is being used and the data is unedited, there's this smoothness to it.
Ian James Corlett, Claire Corlett's dad.
So that's the Ivan character? He seems nice. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you've read my book. You've seen that there was, like, I took some names from here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you take influence from what you enjoy. She also sounds French.
No, she's Spanish.
Oh. Spanish and French are pretty close together, especially in the European circ. Some of the accents are similar between languages.
Don't you tell them that.
Well, no, I mean, like, I was on Canada Air, and then I heard, like, the English, French, and Spanish spiels, and it was like, some of this Spanish stuff does sound similar to French. Not all of it, but some of it, so there's a little bit. Speaking of French...
Yeah, man, my friends and I loved Lila so much. We loved her sass.
She's Lila because she's lilac-colored.
We had Rainbow Dash.
Oh god, oh god, the animation on that walking was taking advantage of the fact that you couldn't see her hooves, and it was very weird.
You know this guy.
Oh, most definitely.
Also, are you familiar with Friends?
I'm familiar with Friends.
Well,
Wait. I'm trying to remember the guys.
Kelsey Grammer.
Yes. Oh, God, I love Kelsey Grammer. He's great.
So you know Friends, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, I don't know it well enough to recognize quotes.
You don't know Janice? She was like one of the biggest recurring guest characters.
Janice. Name sounds familiar.
Yes. The girl with the annoying voice that kept showing up.
Okay. I'm not that familiar with Friends.
You got to have at least heard of Janice.
I've heard of her.
She every time she'd show up, she'd go, "Oh my God." Yes, Blue Heart Tattoo. They made Odile from a mysterious and lustful woman to here a dumb valley girl. You're right.
I mean,
now,
that's
Odile,
I get that's a stereotype that the kids would probably be more familiar with.
And well, he only turns her into a swan to make a feather pillow. Kind of dumb, but
He would have got stabbed.
Man, the plot is here weird. The plot here is so weird. I'm sorry.
It's based off a ballet that whose plot
I know,
is
but even
pretty
that
thin.
plot made more sense.
Probably because they don't tell you how or why Odette got turned into a swan. Kind of like the Frog Prince. They don't really... You kind of just stumble on the prince who's already turned into the frog without any setup. Because that's not the point of the story.
Something else. Anytime they bring in a celebrity actor to play the villain, he or she has the time of their lives.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Like, fucking, like... Tim Curry as the Mouse King, or fucking Martin Short.
Houston.
Martin Short as Preminger is my favorite, but again, like everything about Princess and the Pauper is my favorite. We'll get into that later, but like, oh God, this guy's insane. Crazy eyes. That is some purity of heart to stop a fucking laser beam like that.
Oh, it's because she's wearing the crystal. Like she said, he can do nothing more to you as long as you wear the crystal.
It's like, aren't you forgetting the ruby slippers? I'll get you, my sister, and your little swan too. Oh God, this is great. I love this. Damn it.
I own all of those, all of them. Now, see, we have a Russian porcupine and a Spanish skunk. You'll notice in Tchaikovsky's ballet, there'd be like a Russian dance, a Spanish dance, also an Arabian dance, but I think they got rid of that for a reason.
Yeah, I can imagine. So it has nothing to do. So it's just during the night. Why does he sound like a Rob Paulson? Because Rob Paulson would often do those voices.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no.
Yeah, no.
See,
the porcupine is Ian James Corlett, who is Claire Corlett's dad, and you know Claire Corlett is the voice of Sweetie Belle.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I own all those Kellys and Tommy.
Holy balls.
They're really cute to play
Oh,
with.
well, no, they probably didn't get rid of it in Nutcracker performances, but they, oh, you know, you're right. They didn't get rid of the Arabian dance in the Barbie Nutcracker. Yeah, you're right. They didn't.
Oh, yeah, they. How the elbows and fingers are the first thing she. Oh,
Yep.
God. If I had a nickel for every time Kelly Sheridan and Kathleen Barr had a scene, do you think they ended up being friends or something? I don't know.
I mean, he does sound like whenever Rob Paulson does like a Spanish voice. He did the Brazilian macaw, the fucking what's his name? Jose Carioca. So the unicorn isn't an elf. She's just a talking unicorn. Okay.
What? Why not?
No, I mean I'm not questioning it. I'm just making sure I'm following
Yeah,
this.
yeah, no, she's just a unicorn.
Unicorns can talk. Who knew?
The deer one was always my favorite to play with. I just love brushing her hair. You know, I'll see if I can show them to you when you come over next week.
All right.
It should still be.
Yeah, this will be the last stream for a while. I will be scheduling when the next stream will be, so keep an eye out for that on the community tabs and whatnot. You can definitely see the motion capture there. And I can feel the motion capture on those leg animations. I can just see like two actors really awkwardly in a studio. Just, What continent is that? Pangea?
No, the joke is that flat earthers made his globe.
That makes some semblance of sense. But that also looks like fucking Pangea. Like what fucking continent is that?
Well, remember, for a while we only thought that, like,
Europe and
at least
Asia were the
Europeans
only
thought that, yeah.
the old world, as it were.
Cute. It's cute because we used to think the world was flat. Maybe that was before Columbus sailed around or something. I don't know what time period it's supposed to be.
Well,
the dresses are not exactly period accurate, whatever period it's supposed to be.
Columbus thought he was some kind of visionary, but astrologers knew the Earth was round well before him. Astronomers,
yeah, but
astrologers,
the general
both of those,
consensus would not really.
Yeah.
There's the credit quote. The early Barbie movies would have a very special quote from Barbie at the end.
Yeah. And besides, it's just a library. Don't worry too much about it. Oh.
Yeah, but with a troll. If you miss the troll part.
Oh, yeah. Better lock up. The fire doesn't look too shabby. So water and fire don't look too bad in this film.
Got kids. Michael Dobson.
That voice sounds really familiar.
He's bulk biceps. Dr. Cabaleron.
Who?
What do you mean who? Dr. Cabaleron.
Dr. Cab. That's what the voice is thinking of. Sorry. Yeah. Hard to remember that name, you know, because he wasn't much of a regular on that show.
Daring
Only
Do.
whenever Daring Do was involved. It's like she's never met the troll. Is that his tea leaf? Huh. The animation on this guy is absolutely wild. What the fucking energy? Mm-hmm. No. What does it mean? I mean, the beard kind of gave it away. That was a weird use of the cartoon splorch sound effect. They're using a lot of, like, for a movie where motion blur is not really much of a concern for the animators, they seem to be using a lot on him just to make him look really zippy. In fact, I have to imagine motion blur is usually not used on the Barbie movies to give it a more toyetic look. I mean that's just a theory. A film theory! Anyway. Again, that fire does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. It's not too shabby. Now that bust kind of looks like a recolored Ken there. Y'all right? I do want to point out this guy's design is very fun. Means the sun's coming up. There it is. Oh no! Hyunk him, goose. I mean, I get they wanted the cartoon Swan vibe, but I feel like her head could have been a little smaller to make her... to make it flow into her neck a lot better. Or they could have made her neck thicker so that it flowed into her head better.
Trying to remember which friend was playing her, but she like do the most annoying voice. God. 20 years ago, damn.
Man. Because they both turned into birds.
Yes, Maggie Wheeler, who is famous for being Janice on Friends.
Ah. That was really oddly phrased.
Maybe he ad-libbed it like as an afterthought.
It does sound like it was an afterthought. Like, it didn't sound like it was right, proper, thought out like line.
He's like, I gotta put a bird pun here. Brilliant, Ducky.
Yeah, if he was thinking about it, it would have been like, brilliant, Ducky. Like a little nickname.
But yeah, Rothbart in the ballet, he'd always be presented as like this bird-like presence, like owl or hawk-like. So that's why he keeps showing up as a bird-ish kind of creature.
The daughter was a hired Harley Quinn. Like, Joker hired a new Harley Quinn when he became... Like, Joker hired a new Harley Quinn when he became rich. Interesting. That she sounds like she could have.
I remember.
She could have. Yeah, that sounds like something she could have.
The Joker's Millions one.
Yeah, I'm stupid enough to take Batman, but the IRS, no, thank you.
Like Mr. K or Mr. L, Mr. K, whatever he was. She was calling.
No. Hey, look. He's back. All right, Bird Brain, what are you getting at? Beat it, you old buzzard.
He's trying to do this.
Man, he's going for it, isn't he? How old is a debt supposed to be?
No, 18-ish?
I imagine most Barbies are like late teens, maybe early 20s.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Like pretty much Disney princess age.
Now hold the hell up. It's not sunset. Is it already sunset? No, that can't be right.
Did you see the sun? Yes.
Huh. Well, it was worth a shot, wasn't it?
I remember this scene.
God. Diamonds! God. She's just chewing it up. And then she's doing her best Woody Woodpecker impression.
Oh, I remember this part.
Woo! You're not gonna get at him as long as I'm standing here. The magic effects are kind of neat. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if Kylo Ren watched Barbie movies, because that totally looked like the move he did on the laser in the Force Awakens.
You're gonna love this.
It's always something.
He's like, well, he's still a dad.
Everything he does is for his daughter.
I always love that.
You might want to beat it.
Skunks.
Oof. Yeah, streaking down the sides of her face.
Well, give him this. He will literally drop everything for his daughter.
Yeah.
Why am I salad?
Whew. You might want to burn that dress as well. And then she starts to dance. Also, title drop, take a shot.
Well, actually, you're not wrong there.
Well, the music's swelling up, so yeah. And here they come.
Little ones. I love it when little ones dance ballet. This just looks so cute.
But I wonder if they were actually motion capturing children, or if they just motion captured adults and then.
You know, there are children who dance ballet.
Oh yeah,
so
no,
yes.
no. But like in terms of child labor laws, it would probably just be.
I'm sure.
It would probably just be less expensive to take like the existing like dancers they already have, which were probably adults that they were using for the motion capture.
I mean, there are also kids who go to ballet school and.
Well, my point is that they could look. Obviously, we're going to read the credits, but my point is that they could have just used adults to motion capture and then applied their data to the. Could have applied the data to the kid bodies, because it's not that much of a stretch, honestly.
Yeah, I have that dress too.
I'll leave you two to it. Leave you two to it. Two like ballet.
Writer, my writer's bio dad used to do ballet. Cool.
And again, she's doing all this in heels. Look at that.
I mean, at least put her in pointer shoes.
And he's wearing fucking hiking boots. So, you know, like, I guess maybe they're both not dressed for ballet, but hey, it's animation, so you can kind of get away with it.
I think they. What did the guys wear?
Well, they gotta wear something on their feet, I imagine.
Well, I imagine the actual ballerinas wearing pointer shoes or something.
And then they're all dressed up in like big gray suits with a bunch of little white balls on them.
Yeah, but they have to wear the pointer shoes to protect their toes if they're going to be doing fancy moves like this.
I mean, I have to wonder if whatever motion capture suits, they didn't hinder their move. I mean, I imagine motion capture suits had to be built for like full range of motions. The idea is that you're going to use that data on someone unencumbered.
Now this romance is speedy.
Yeah. Ballet shoes or slippers? But I gotta break this curse. Also, I gotta break our curse. I mean, you could try. Yeah, exactly. Oh, they use motion capture for the dancing in every, like, there's some dancing choreography in The Princess and the Pauper. They use motion capture for that, too. They use motion capture on pretty much all of the Barbie movies up to a certain point. Even motion capture on that animation right there, even if they cleaned up the data, they're still using motion capture on some of it. I think Animals' sidekicks tend to be the exception, because you're not going to be able to, I'm sorry, but that's just... Oof. You are Odette's family, yes? Because, of course, the prince knows where they live.
I mean, she did say, go see my family.
Yeah.
And it's a bakery, so not hard to find.
Ooh.
I mean, you ask someone, hey, where's the bakery? And like, yeah, it's down that way. I mean,
Originally,
small
high
village.
heels were
Everyone knows
used...
where the baker lives.
Originally, high heels were used as horseback riding? No, that makes sense.
There goes the baker with his tray, like always.
I mean...
Sorry, I had to.
Oh. That's cheating. Rothbart, you little
He's a
sneak.
villain.
It was literally on your podium.
Well, he found it.
Indeed. How do you open it?
The troll just did a flip cartwheel with one hand. You're right.
I think you'll also be able to notice that some of the motion, like some of the animation that's not motion capture, tends to be a little rougher. Shit.
Yeah, Lila's a shipper. You're right. We've met each other's parents, so. Aw.
Woohoo! You can definitely see the motion capture on this dance animation.
And why they have such big heads. I always did love how the porcupine and skunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just love each other.
Doing all right? Well, you'll become a princess overnight. that was a low blow, cheap shot. The horse sounds like Amethyst from Steven Universe. Wonder if it is the same voice.
And I have this dress too on the doll.
Look into it, writer. it's not. Okay.
The one line this version of Kelly gets.
You've been dancing this whole movie.
At a ball. There's a difference. Okay, though you're right. She did dance with the prince. Yeah, and this would be one of the dances that would be on the tutorial feature. Yeah, so I copied this dance while I was playing Ivan. I put in quotes.
Yeah. Yep. Good Lord. Are they doing? That is so wild. It's amazing how 3 fairies and a troll conductor sound like a 40-piece orchestra. Specifically, the London... Actually, how big is the London Symphony Orchestra? Shit!
Did the quills.
Everybody duck.
And here we go, the Spanish dance. And I'd copy this dance too.
It's also a dance you might do at a ball. So, then again, I don't know. I don't know what Russian parties look like.
Yeah, I remember Kelly shared at narrator's part that she'd have special point shoes. Oh, and here's a rond de jambe.
90 to 100 members. Okay, so it's amazing how 3 fairies and a troll conductor sound like a fucking 90-piece orchestra.
And the way she moves her hips to the music. Very Spanish-inspired move.
Yep. Ole! Do love the castanets and the... Yeah, the tambourine's pretty great. What are you gonna do?
This dance too.
I think this is where we just kind of get into some...
I remember the narration about the port de bras, which is a movement of the arms. I mean, you've learned some French, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to copy the port de bras. Now watch my port de bras.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still remember their narration. Arms up, then side, then up again, and front, and side, and up again, and side.
I do love the little fairies dancing around them. It adds a nice momentum to everything going on.
They're not just like little balls of light.
What do you think little balls of light are?
Magic?
I don't know. They feel a little more lively than just
now here's a glissade.
Dun, 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 dun. I know I've heard this melody before.
Well, yeah, these are from the ballet, so you might have heard it somewhere.
I didn't know it was associated with Swan Lake. This specific little melody line.
Now watch the lovely port de bras. The dance ends. Oh, here comes Erasmus.
What is he doing?
He's having fun.
He's doing his best.
He's enjoying himself.
Ah, shit! What happened?
Maybe you shouldn't have spent all that magic on making dresses. Just saying.
Shit. Oh, she has her magic loses out when the sun rises. Shit.
No, she was saying she didn't have many powers left, and yet you spent it on the dresses. I'm
not judging him.
Her, judging her.
What? No, he said don't tell. No, Scribe told me not to judge the troll's dance moves. Fuck. Oh, yeah, cousin.
Right, Blue Heart. She spent all the dresses and the dancing lessons.
Here we go.
Because it was the daughter Odile who was posing as Odette in the ballet.
Ah.
The Black Swan.
I can see the way he's moving. Rothbot's moving across the floor is very dance-like. Shit. And leave the forest alone, maybe? Eaten by what? That's one hell of a hovel.
But she's glowing a lot less now.
Ooh.
We're off on a mission.
Anyone think
Sorry, I had
Odile?
to.
Anyone think? Anyone think Odile is half bird because not only does she laugh like one, but we don't learn about her mother? Huh.
Well, I mean, he turns into a bird, she turns into a bird.
Maybe mom was a bird. It's not weird.
maybe they're just bird people. I mean, Rothbard, I think
that would make at least Odile a harpy. I don't know if it would be different.
Or maybe she was a bird and because he wanted a daughter, he turned her into a human. I mean, if he could turn our humans to animals, why not the other way around? Because I'm trying to imagine who the hell did Rothbard have a fling with to have a daughter?
They're probably harpies. Maybe another harpy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, Lord.
Eaten by the ravens.
I'm not that hungry. Ah, shit. Well, so that's how they'll eat him. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Turn him into a worm. I do love his spooky cottage fortress. It's like a castle and a witch's hutch at the same time. Even like being built into a tree. Owie. There's more on your tail. Evasive maneuvers. Serpentine. Poke him. Spray him. That was a very interesting use of the cartoon screech sound effects. And is that the dog dodgeball sound. And then it recycled the animation of the raven not being able to get up from before. And they thought I wouldn't notice. Play nice, guys. I'm waiting. Woo! Most certainly.
See if it's royalty or anything. She's like, I just want you to have grandchildren. I don't care with who.
At least the prince was stunned by the swan's beauty. Because he recognized... Yeah. Off we go. I mean, this is the melody everyone knows from Swan Lake. Ba ba da 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 da. 1 2 3 1 2 3.
I have the Ken in that outfit too. For some reason though, he's blonde.
He's looking a little blonde right now.
But it's like yeah, straw blonde, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I like this. Like, well, it's full of lovely ladies. Like, you might as well dance with some of them while you wait. And that's what he asks his mom. Like, oh, rascal. She does look kind of cute in that dress. I'll give her that.
I love how Rothbart makes a point that he hasn't disguised her voice.
And then he's disguised as the
father. Oh God, with a much longer nose, which Daniel wouldn't know.
God.
And of course, he wouldn't suspect the voice. He wouldn't suspect anything about the father looking off. Or being off at all because he hadn't met him yet.
She does look cute in that dress. And here's the Black Swan dance.
Yeah.
Give a deal this. She can dance.
Even the dress is different.
Nice little transitions too.
Oh wow, that was really slick right there. Like I blink and I missed it.
Yes, Odile may be dumb, but she played her part well. You're right.
Yeah. As graceful.
I mean, it's like, oh, I get to dance and flirt with a handsome prince and look fabulous. So
as graceful as a bird.
Yeah. Yeah, but
this dance of deception.
But you know, it's a complicated role for Valerina to do. Because she'd have to do 2 different dance styles.
Yeah. Woo. God. Here comes the danger, Will Robinson. Just slip away. I mean, not that she'll try anything. But I'm gonna shut the door. Daniel, you've been played a fool. No. Nobody here.
Well, at least the character is she barefoot? No, she's wearing like little pink slippers.
Yeah. Oh god. Ah shit.
Yeah, and because like he didn't say the name.
Yep.
It's like, you're asking for my daughter's hand in marriage.
Married. It's not about.
The vow was for her. But he didn't say it by name in this one.
That bird right there. How graceful.
Fine, whatever.
Shit. Oh god. This is terrifying.
That carrot. I have that carriage too. And, you know, looking back, my parents really spoiled me on the toys.
Ah, shit. Slick move. Ah, lordy.
Yeah, yes, you're right, Blue Heart.
Good lord.
Okay, never mind. In the end,
He's gonna-
terrible father.
You'd get fed up. He'd get fed up with it at some point.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he would have been like afterwards, then got back for her. Yes, you're right, Blueheart. Did the queen spend more of her magic on a carriage? Like, I don't know, maybe she had it stashed somewhere.
One would hope.
Girls.
Oh. Whoa, up they go.
No, no way they would have taken it across that log.
You gotta name the other ones right. You can't leave me hanging like that. What other birds did Kelsey Grammer play? Ah, fuck.
I think he was in Storks.
Oh, that's one. Yeah.
It wasn't exactly a villain though.
Oh god. Nope, wrong movie.
Foreshadowing.
Mouse King, I guess we get a Mouse Queen now. Someone's gonna get stabbed.
And
Well,
that
never
someone
mind.
is a tree.
Well, well, well. Still,
But, yeah,
still.
okay, at one point are you going to realize that's not going to work, Daniel?
I mean, let him try. Probably not.
Yeah, seriously. Like, at what point you realize it's not going to work?
But that won't matter, will it? Yep. Not a chance. Oh boy. No, that was an awesome house. Oh, Daniel could have lived there. No. Damn it. There was a little bit of a fixer-upper, but it was nice. It was a nice place. Well, the forest is brought back to life, so I guess all's well. Alas, they've saved the day with the power of their truest love. Increased size of model. Jump cut.
Yes, happy questionable ending. You're right. It's like that's it. She just had to jump there and.
Well, it's not like. Why were you wearing quills? You didn't need to wear quills. Odette wasn't constantly wearing feathers.
I don't know.
They really didn't.
Maybe they were glued to him. As part of the curse. I don't know. Lingering effects, maybe?
Maybe it's different for elves.
Yeah.
That's a very happy looking horse. course I will. But we still have to undo the curse. The curse is undone. Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Well, then I'm going home. Or we're gonna host a big old party in the Enchanted Forest. Why not?
Yeah. The Barbie comes with those wings in the back.
Well, of course.
Oh, here's the dance of the Signettes, or the dance of the four little swans. Yeah, you can touch me now. But that's an actual dance from the play. Dance of the Four Little Swans.
I don't think his arm is properly...
I mean, ballet.
I guess he's significantly taller than them. It looks a little strange. That's all right.
By barely doing anything, but okay.
Oh. Happy horse. Alliteration.
Baker.
Actually, is the Baker voiced by Kelsey Grammer? He sounds okay, because he does actually.
I told you he did some of the additional voices, I think, in My Little Pony.
Yeah. Well.
That spell was lifted too.
I want to point out though that
wait for it.
Of the polka dot tie. I'm fucking losing it right now. The polka dot tie. Oh god.
No. Brett. No, Michael Dobson was bulk biceps. That was Erasmus.
I will say this. I don't care if my lap mattress is lumpy. I'll deal with it. Thank you for the story.
She was nervous about the race.
What are they doing? Kayaking? What was the race about?
Running.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. That was like an hour ago. I was more invested in the Swan story. The Swan song, if you will. I do want to point out, though, that the voice of the father and what Kelsey Grammer did speaking, like, they both sounded very similar. So it's like, which is very smart. The New York City ballet dancers, Charles Escagarg, Ellen Barr, Maria Korosky, Benjamin Millipede, Abby Sefford, and Jeannie Taylor. Carly Sheridan, Mark Hurdith, there's the father. What was the father's name? The baker? Gary Chalk. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Gary Chalk's voice as the father sounded very similar to what Kelsey Grammer was doing when he was at the ball. And we know it was Kelsey Grammer who was doing the voice of the ball because they made a point of they can't disguise their voices. So honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that was very cute.
Okay. All right, so that's who he was. Okay, Gary Chalk was Prince Rutherford.
Prince Rutherford.
Yes.
Oh, yes, the yak.
And also Fido the Diamond Dog. I'm guessing a trend in the voices he got in that show.
I highly doubt that Stephen King the animator has anything to do with Stephen King the author, but that's very funny, isn't it?
Yeah, also a bunch of other additional voices. Like at least 4 different guys who did a bunch of obscure minor male My Little Pony roles.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This movie was very, very cute. Honestly, it's very sweet, very cute. I'd say that it's probably not the strongest Barbie movie.
It is not the strongest, but story-wise, looking back, it's not the strongest. I still love watching the dances.
I'd say that the characters, though, were a lot of fun. I liked Lila the unicorn, fucking Ivan, and God, I forgot the skunk girl's name. Marita?
Carlita.
Carlita. They were a lot of fun. Kelsey Grammer was a highlight. Honestly, loved his performance as Rothbart.
And Maggie Wheeler just also having the time of her life there.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, okay, we need. It's like, okay, we need. It's like we need your character from Friends, but evil and even more annoying. Yeah.
Ah, man.
You really don't remember Janice? Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know that
I'll
much
just show you a
of
clip.
Friends. But yeah, no, that
She'd
was...
like show up every season or so. Just. Never mind.
But yeah, no, I think it was really well done. The character designs were a lot of fun. Like the troll's character design was a lot of fun. I could almost swear that they ended up recycling the Lila's model and just swapped out a horn for wings when they got to Magic Pixis, though I could be wrong. Though her horse model does look similar to like one of the horse characters in the Princess and the Pauper, especially like they kind of smile the same way.
It definitely. There were a lot of horses.
There were a lot of horses. There were a lot of horses in the Barbie movies.
And apparently they have to be purple. Like Barbie had a lot of purple sidekicks.
To complement her pink outfits, it works.
Yeah, I mean the dragon was purple.
Drives a pink car, rides a purple horse. That's Barbie for you.
Yeah.
The music performed by the London Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Arnie Roth, and the guest violinist.
But yeah, this was also my introduction to the ballet part of Swan Lake, with all the music.
That makes sense. Abbey Road Studios, London. Delightful. I think the London Symphony Orchestra was used a lot in these Barbie. I don't know if it's like inexpensive to like contract them or something, but they got used for a lot of these, and not just the fucking the ballet ones, but I think the London Symphony Orchestra was also used for like Princess and the Pauper and their original musicals. But like, yeah. But yeah, no, definitely cute. I'd say that some of the texturing was really bad. And the animation's pretty...
But if you were a kid in the early 2000s, you're watching this and you're like, cool!
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because this was the standard.
Definitely. But the animation itself was honestly, like, it's pretty bog standard for the Barbie movies, but the animation in the Barbie movies is not bad. I mean, it's no Toy Story, like Toy Story definitely set like the industry standard when it came out, and this
and even Toy Story. If you look back at Toy Story, it was a bit choppy and with some of the animation.
I'd say though, but I'd say the comparative like between this and Toy Story is that this is a toy commercial, whereas in Toy Story they are toys. And I also give the benefit to Toy Story that they did all their animation by hand as well. Like they didn't use any rotoscoping, so they were at a disadvantage there. And I feel like their animation and I'd say this movie's probably technically better on the animation side of things, where Toy Story is a million times better on the texturing side of things. Because like Toy Story leans into the plastic look, they use it as an aesthetic choice, and that even bleeds into the realistic stuff like trees and dirt and stuff. But they actually make that look. And
dancing is hard to animate without some kind of reference.
You're braver than you think, which I mean, I guess she was. You're braver than you think. You're smarter than you know. You're stronger than you heard.
I'm gonna believe it's smarter than you think.
Family Home Entertainment, they are responsible for a lot of distribution. Like the first for the first VeggieTales movie was distributed by Family Home Entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah, the early Barbie movies, though.
You're right. Bella,
so silly.
Bella, you're right. Barbie didn't actually say that quote word for word. It was Lila the magic unicorn. They misquoted.
Yeah, but she did say, like, a friend of mine said, "You're braver than you think."
Yeah, but that quote still should be attributed to the horse.
Yeah.
Don't leave the horse out to dry, man. But that was fun. But yes, that was very delightful. That was a very interesting one. And you know what? I think to comment on I'd say some very questionable quality animation, mostly questionable texturing, I'd say, but the animation quality is pretty questionable. And also to connect to Family Home Entertainment, I think next time, and this is a spur of the moment decision, but I think it's interesting because I think I'm gonna find a train of thought kind of way to go about these things, but my brain just went, since Family Home Entertainment is on the brain, the next movie we cover is gonna be Popeye's Voyage, The Quest for Pappy. So that'll be...
Huh?
Oh, you've never heard of it? This will be interesting.
No. No. I didn't really watch much Popeye. Maybe a couple of cartoons that showed up on TV, but no.
But yeah, I'd say this was very cute. This is very, very cute. Very delightful. As Barbie movies go, it's okay, you know? I wouldn't not recommend it, but I'd definitely put, like, Barbie as Rapunzel ahead of this one.
Yeah, folks. I don't know how he made the jump from Swan Lake and Barbie to Popeye either.
Family Home Entertainment. If you look it up, Family Home Entertainment
which is like a bunch of different things. And why was Popeye the first thing you thought of?
Because I remember Family Home Entertainment also distributed the Popeye's Voyage: The Quest for Pappy.
Yeah, just roll with it. You know what? Fair enough. You watch something from my childhood, watch something from your child?
Yeah,
Suppose?
no, I actually really liked that movie growing up. So we'll talk about that next time. Until then, Thank you all so much for joining us on this dance-tacular adventure. If you're viewing this after the fact, thanks for watching. Until next time, remember to take care, stay safe, and be kind in all that you do. Good night, everybody.
Das Vidania.